Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Arjun Chowdhury. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Friday, the 31st of July. 4 Indian nationals abducted in Libya, confirms government. Landslides triggered by heavy rains leave 30 dead in Nepal. And Drishyam eyes Bollywood screens after regional success. And now for all the details. The confirmation of the death of Taliban Supreme Leader Mullah Omar has evoked mixed reactions in Afghanistan. While some hope for peace to return under the Taliban's newly announced leader, many fear the power struggle within the ranks of militia may cause more violence in the country. A report.
After days of confusions, the Taliban and the family of Mullah Omar confirmed late on Thursday that the militant chief is in fact dead. The insurgents have also elevated his former deputy Mullah Akhtar Muhammad Mansoor as its new head. Earlier, there were reports that Omar's eldest son Mullah Muhammad Yaqub is being considered for the job. Following the development, the Pakistan Foreign Ministry confirmed that the second round of peace talks between the Taliban and the Afghan government has been postponed at the request of the insurgents. The two sides were scheduled to meet on Friday in Islamabad for negotiations facilitated by Pakistan. Observers in Pakistan felt Islamabad, which has played a key role in bringing the two sides to negotiation table, will continue to support the efforts in the future too.
Some negotiations should take place and finally it should lead towards stability in Afghanistan. So on the part of the government of Pakistan, I don't think there is any chance of withdrawing from the process at this stage.
Afghans, however, had mixed feelings about Omar's death.
من شخصا از نگاه اکثر عملی از مردن از او خوش شدیم موکن چرا او را یک عامل جنایت بدبختی آدم کشی در کشور خود فکر میکنم انتحار اینی گپار که بار آورده دیگه چیزی ما از او چیزای خوبی ندیدیم و در زمان حاکمیت مطلقه.
The news of Omar's death also comes at a time when the militia is battling the Islamic State, which has recently shown its growing presence in Afghanistan. Some felt that without a strong leadership, many in the Taliban could defect to other militant outfits.
در گروه ها پیوندن به داعش برن در گروه مخالف دولت کست شاید دو اشتراک کنن امروی دولت مخالف شدن جنگن.
Omar's death is also a setback to the Ashraf Ghani government, which had succeeded in holding talks with the hardline Islamists after nearly 14 years of conflict.
Indian government has said it is making all efforts to secure the release of its 4 citizens abducted in Libya. They were kidnapped by suspected Islamic State militants on Wednesday.
The Foreign Ministry on Friday confirmed that 4 of its citizens have been kidnapped near the Libyan city of Sirte. The victims hail from southern Karnataka and Telangana provinces. Indian Foreign Ministry said it is closely monitoring the situation.
The Ministry of External Affairs, through its head of mission in Tripoli, is ascertaining the details regarding the incident. According to information available through our sources, all the 4 Indian nationals have been brought back to Sirte.
The abduction also comes over a year after 39 Indians were kidnapped by the ISIS in Iraq. Though the whereabouts of those kidnapped still remains unclear, Indian government claimed that they are alive and efforts are on to get them released at the earliest.
After hitting Bangladesh, cyclonic storm Komen is now heading towards India and is expected to make a landfall late on Friday. Heavy rains caused by the cyclonic storm have already disrupted lives along the India-Bangladesh border. Taking precautionary measures, the government is taking steps ahead of stormy rains and gusty winds.
Cyclone Komen making its presence felt ahead of its arrival in the eastern Indian provinces of West Bengal and Odisha.
Impact of this cyclone will be over West Bengal, particularly the South Bengal state. Heavy to very heavy rainfall is likely for West Bengal districts during next 24 hours. Gusty wind speed of 50 to 60 km is expected from tomorrow morning over the coastal belt of West Bengal, particularly north and south 24 Parganas. That's why fishermen are advised not to venture into the sea for next 2 days.
Authorities have also issued a flood alert and evacuated more than 20,000 people. Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, has cut short her UK trip to personally oversee relief operations. The authorities' decision to evacuate thousands of people may help prevent a high number of deaths. But there are fears that storm damage to paddy crops in the rice-producing provinces will have a severe impact on farmers' livelihoods. The southern and eastern coasts of India are often hit by cyclones. Just last year, Cyclone Hudhud hit Odisha and Andhra Pradesh, killing more than 80 people. However, the number of casualties caused by the storms has decreased over the last few years, mainly due to better preparations.
At least 30 people are feared dead after incessant rains triggered landslides in western Nepal. With dozens missing in villages near Pokhara, the death toll could rise further, officials said.
Rescue teams are racing against time to search for survivors in the landslide-hit villages of central Nepal. Incessant rains which continue to batter the area along with remoteness of the region has made search operations difficult. Meanwhile, the Pokhara-Baglung highway, which remained closed for days due to landslide, was open for traffic on Friday, bringing some relief to the hundreds stranded there. About half a dozen villages in Kaski, some 134 miles west of capital Kathmandu, was hit by landslides late on Thursday. According to reports, some 200 villagers are still unaccounted for after their homes got buried in the debris.
देखिँदैन तरिकाले चाहिँ पुरिएको छ भने मान्छेको चाहिँ अब धेरै नै लगभग 40 भन्दा माथि चाहिँ जनाहरु चाहिँ पुरिएको अवस्था जस्तो कतिवटा लास उद्धार गर्ने लगभग तपाईको सब माथि 7 4 यता अब त्यस्तै 10 15 वटा जति उद्धार भइसक्यो होला.
Nepal has been experiencing heavy rains for days now, causing flash floods and landslides in many parts of the country. According to weather officials, moderate to heavy rains are expected to continue for at least next 2 days.
The prolonged power cuts in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir have triggered an unrest and anguish among people. Many blame Islamabad for not paying any royalty for the electricity generated by the power projects constructed in the region.
Most areas of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir remain without electricity for over 18 hours a day. The long power outages have taken a toll on normal life too. While the economy continues to suffer, several residents are left with no option but to leave their routine activities and spend time near local rivers to cool themselves down in the summer heat.
ये वादिया नीलम का बहुत ठंडा दरिया है, इसलिए हम इसको रुख करते हैं कि बिजली वगैरह नहीं होती है. आज सर्दी को भी बिजली नहीं थी, बहुत शदीद गर्मी थी. उसकी वजह से हम ज़्यादा दरिया का रुख करते हैं, गुस्ल वगैरह करते हैं.
Residents in capital Muzaffarabad also said that spending nights without electricity is no less than a nightmare.
बिजली न होने की वजह से बहुत सी मुश्किलात से हम लोग दो चार हैं. एक तो ये है कि रात को बिजली नहीं होती और हम अपनी पढ़ाई के टाइम पे पढ़ नहीं सकते. उस वक्त पढ़ने का टाइम होता है तो बिजली चली जाती है. ये एक बहुत ही बड़ा गंभीर मसला है जिससे हमें निकलना होगा. और
To combat its burgeoning power crisis, Pakistan is building a series of hydel projects like the Mangla Dam and the Neelam Jhelum project in POK. While thousands have been forcibly evicted for these projects, vast swathes of their fertile land have been arbitrarily acquired for construction work in catchment area. But locals say a good part of the electricity generated goes to Pakistan's main cities.
कामी लोगों ने जिन लोगों ने कुर्बानियाँ दी हैं उसके सबसे अहम चीज़ फ़वाइद उनके मुताबिक यही है कि मतलब यहाँ से उन लोगों को चंद अमाउंट मिला है और अपनी प्रॉपर्टी उनको छोड़नी पड़ी. उसके अलावा उनको बेनिफिट मतलब कोई इस सूरत हाल से नहीं मिला. और सबसे अहम नुकसानात में ये चीज़ है जो मतलब यहाँ के मकामी लोग हैं उन लोगों को जॉब नहीं मिली, जो अहम चीज़ है जो बेनिफिट उनके लिए मिलने चाहिए. जैसे बेनिफिट बताए गए हैं उससे हवाले से कुछ नहीं मिले.
The failure to address the burgeoning power crisis is also fueling anger against the both POK and Pakistan government, forcing many to come out onto the streets to fight the crippling issue.
Myanmar has released nearly 7,000 prisoners on humanitarian grounds. This comes ahead of the crucial parliamentary election in November.
Myanmar on Thursday released 6,966 prisoners on presidential pardon, including more than 200 foreigners and former military intelligence officers. Among the foreigners were 153 Chinese loggers who had been sentenced to life last week. Most political prisoners in Myanmar have already been released as part of the reform process. Thursday's amnesty was one of the largest that Myanmar has witnessed in recent years. Many, however, said more political activists are still being held in detention by the government. The mass release also comes at a time when Myanmar is gearing up for the upcoming parliamentary election in November, which is being billed as the first legitimate ballot in a quarter of century.
British boxing sensation Amir Khan arrived in Pakistan on Friday. Khan, who has Pakistani origin, is in the country on a personal visit. Take a look.
Boxer Amir Khan, who reached eastern Lahore along with his family, was given a warm welcome on Friday. The current World Boxing Council silver welterweight champion, who is on a short visit to Pakistan, is scheduled to visit the shrine of Hazrat Data Ganj Bakhsh in the city. Khan will also visit the training facility of the Amir Khan Boxing Academy, which he runs in collaboration with the Punjab Sports Board. Khan is the son of Pakistani parents who migrated to the UK. The 28-year-old said he wants to challenge the youth of Pakistan.
I'm here for another reason also. I want to challenge the youth of Pakistan.
Khan had earlier visited Pakistan in December in the aftermath of the Peshawar Army school attack, which killed 132 children. He had donated the $46,600 shorts he wore against the Devon Alexander in order to help raise money to repair the school.
After breaking records on regional screens, one of the most favorite recent thrillers has now landed in Bollywood. Will it strike gold this time too? Take a look how the fraternity is supporting its latest version.
जी मेरा देशमुख का इकलौता बेटा 3 हफ्तों से मिसिंग है।
2 अक्टूबर को सैम तुम्हें मिलने तुम्हारे घर आया था।
Drishyam is ready to taste the flavors of Bollywood too. After it swept through the box office in Malayalam and Tamil, cinefans are in for a treat for its Hindi adaptation. The script, which has intrigued many filmmakers, is now being treated by Bollywood director Nishikant Kamath. The movie, starring actors Ajay Devgan, Tabu and Shriya Saran, had a special screening for friends in the fraternity in entertainment capital Mumbai.
They're lying, Mahesh. एक मनगढ़ंत कहानी रची है उन्होंने.
Filmmakers David Dhawan, Umang Kumar and Ken Ghosh were those who attended. Actors Prachi Desai, Darshan Kumar and father-son duo Shekhar Suman and Adhyayan also took out time to lend their support for the film.
After all, वो एक चौथी फेल गंवार आदमी है. कितना होशियार हो सकता है?
Drishyam is the official remake of the 2013 film by same name in Malayalam, starring actor Mohanlal. Its Tamil version also opened early this month with superstar Kamal Haasan playing the lead. The guests at the screening were all praised for both Devgan and Tabu.
पुलिस के पास सिर्फ एक ही सबूत है, हमारा डर.
Action, whether it's emotion, comedy, he's been very good at all genres, and he's got something in his eyes which is fantastic.
दोनों ही खतरनाक एक्टर्स हैं, दोनों ही बहुत ही अच्छे एक्टर्स हैं और जिनसे हमें सीखने को मिलता है और आज तक उनकी फिल्में देख के हम सीख रहे हैं और फिर से कुछ और सीखने आया हूँ मैं यहाँ पर.
मैंने उसे गंवार समझकर बहुत अंडरएस्टिमेट किया.
Drishyam is an investigative thriller. It is the story about a common man leading a content family life in Goa. But things take a turn when the family commits an unexpected crime. Thus begins the man's desperate measures to save his family from the dark side of the law and a tough cop. Drishyam also stars Rajat Kapoor and Ishita Datta.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories, once again. 4 Indian nationals abducted in Libya, confirms government. Landslides triggered by heavy rains leave 30 dead in Nepal. And Drishyam eyes Bollywood screens after regional success. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. And that's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time next week. Have a great weekend and good night.